G'day guys, it's Johnny here from Altitude Hunting's YouTube channel. In this video we're spending 4 nights hiking through the mountains of New Zealand. It's the start of winter, the Bull Tahr are going to be rutting, we're going to be camping up in the ice and snow, and we're going to be hunting for our own food while we're in here as well. This is going to be an epic adventure guys, let's go. Just on our way heading in now, stopped for a quick bite. You haven't had a pie till you've had a fairly pie. It's been a very eventful day today so far. We started off bright and early, headed across to Lincoln, where Ari and Robbie both ran in the Lincoln Marathon. Ari competed in the 21 kilometers, Robbie did the 10. Robbie came second, only just. That was pretty awesome effort from him anyway, especially doing that and then coming straight into these mountains. So we only started walking at about lunchtime, got 55 k's in front of us in total, got 5 days to do it. First campsite 14 k's away. Let's pretty much just get straight up there, check out what animals we can find around, and you guys are never going to guess what we're having for dinner tonight. Right, so we've just come up over the top of the saddle now. What a view. So we're going to get down the bottom, back into the sun, then punch up the valley, about 4 kilometers. Just down the bottom now, lapping up our last bit of sun for the day. It is a pristine day today. Up the valley we go. Man, there's some pretty stunning country up in here. There's going to be a lot of bulls up in these cliffs up here. And hopefully there'll be some red deer running around as well. Alright, so that rounds up the first day. We've just got to the hut now and it's just getting dark, so there won't be any glassing or anything going on tonight. We're just going to cook up our dinner, get a feed in us, and tomorrow morning head out first thing. Just filling up water bottles now.
Well, I suppose you did say it earlier, like, you're not going to believe what we're cooking tonight or something like that.
Mutton bird for dinner. Oh well, there it is, the mutton bird's cooked. A lot of you guys have probably never seen one of these before. That's what a mutton bird looks like. From Mutton Bird Islands down around Stewart Island. So we'll get stuck into that and see what we reckon. What do you reckon about your first mutton bird, Robbie?
It's not as bad as I was expecting.
Definitely don't have to put any salt on it. It's
No,
pretty salty, eh?
No, it's not too bad.
What do you reckon it tastes like? Chicken or mutton or?
I actually don't even know what to compare it to. Just kind of like a tough duck or something.
Tough, salty duck.
Yeah.
Morning guys, it's our first morning now. We've just left camp, the hut. Nice night last night. I got the fire going, cooked the mutton bird on it. Now we're just leaving the hut, heading up. We spotted a couple of groups of tahr from the hut, a couple of bulls, handful of nannies, but we're heading way up here now to the head of this valley, where we either plan to camp for the night. There's going to be lots of bull tahr in here, or we're going to sidle up, go over into the next catchment and camp over there tonight. So let's get moving. It's prime time now, see what else we can find today. Alright, so we've just been glassing this beautiful catchment up here for the last hour. Pretty pristine tahr country. Unfortunately, we only saw a couple of bulls right up the top, so the plan now is going to be to head straight up this gut here, over into the next catchment, see what's around over there. There was a couple of young hunters we bumped into last night that come up here and shot a bull up here last night actually too, so them letting a shot off might not help too much, but that's what you get when you're hunting on public land. Right, let's go. Alright, so we're working our way up to the ridge now. And we've just got our first animal sign, so that's pretty promising. Hopefully, they're not too far away now. I know. What do you reckon, Robbie? Bit gorged out. Oh well, we're going to have to head back all the way down to there, pop up, get around this. Back down we go. Slowly but surely getting there. Hopefully we don't get bluffed out again up in this next gorge we come up to. That's gnarly, eh?
Yeah.
What do I do? Oh well, we're in the clear now. Well, the tar have completely grazed out all of this high stuff, so I'd say we're going to find them a bit lower on this side if anything. It's getting pretty cold in here now, so we'll have to find somewhere to set up our tent pretty soon. Just struggling a wee bit to try and find somewhere to set up a tent now. Managed to find a bit of a camp, that should do us, eh Robbie?
Right.
Looking not too bad. Pretty good views all around us as well. Perfect. Nice. Alright, so camp's all set up now. We've got about an hour and a half of light left, so it's the prime time for tar. We're going to get the spotting scope out and get glassing, see what we can find. Oh well, we're just having a quiet evening this one. Spotted our first animals way up in the bluffs up there. Young bull, probably 4 years old, 10 inches, and 2 nannies and 2 kids with him, but I'll chuck him on the camera and you guys can have a look at him. Oh well, that's dinner sorted. Got a peri-peri Reddix, a cup of tea. Oh well, that's a wrap for day 2 anyway. Pretty good mission. We came about 12 kilometres, did about a kilometre of altitude gain down to this little valley over here, which we were hoping was going to be pristine, but the head of the valley hasn't really shown us too much yet. We saw 19 tar today in total, so we'll hit the hay, get up fresh tomorrow morning and get downstream further, and we're going to head up a bit of a side stream and see what's around up there. There's red deer, chamois and bull tahr, so everything's on the shopping list. Oh well, morning guys, it's the morning of day 3 now. We're just getting up, the sun's just coming up, so I'm going to pop outside, see what the day looks like and start searching for some animals. It's a pearler out there today. Might set my spotting scope up here and see if I can spot a tar from bed. So I've just set the camera up, having a bit of a look, and straight away spotted a bull and a nanny up in this little dip here. So they'll be about 1.5 kilometres away. Alright, so we just got our brekkie on the go now, keeping it pretty plain and simple this morning. Got a banana Reddix and a cup of tea there, with a bit of a view as well. We've still only spotted just the 2 animals up there, so There's not many animals around in here, which is quite surprising because we're 27 kilometers from the nearest road end, 12 kilometers from the nearest walking track. So we're pretty much about as remote as you could possibly get. The only thing against us, and the reason why we think that there's not many tahr in here, is because there's actually not much feed around in this catchment. But there's another catchment down around the next valley where there's a hell of a lot of feed. So we're going to get down there today, head up the next catchment, and reset up our camp again. We've got 2 more nights left, so it's definitely going to happen. I reckon today's the day, Robbie.
Today's the day, mate.
Right, so it's been a pretty cruisy morning now. We're all packed up. We had a good look around. Just only saw the couple of tahr up there and a couple of tahr way up there. Probably because there's not so much feed in here. So we're heading downstream now. We're going to head down about 7 kilometers and up another gut where it looks like there's a lot of feed. Looks pretty promising. So pretty much just chuck the boots on, head straight down there, get stuck into it, find Robbie a bull tonight.
Yeah, mate.
So I've come about a kilometre now, had a good glass down here, looking around, seeing what's about. Just picked up a few more bulls right up the top of this mountain here. Then there's that same one right up there. He's not quite the one we're after, so we're going to carry on with our original plan, heading down and up the next valley. There's going to be plenty of bulls up that next valley, I can guarantee it. Bit of fresh deer sign here, it's always good to see. Should be a few around. I'd say there'll be a few pigs and whatnot through here too. There's definitely some wild pigs getting around in here as well, tearing it up. Right, so we got to the base of this big valley here, and already there's heaps of deer signs. So we're going to head 4 or 5 k's up there today, but we've decided we're going to set up camp down here, hunt up there during the day, and then come out in the evenings. We're going to try and see if we can find a campsite. There's a few flat spots around here, but it's looking a bit rocky, so see what else we can find around here. Surely there'll be somewhere good. Oh, this here looks like a pretty good spot. There's definitely been other hunters here before, so this must be a bit of a heli landing pad. There's a fire pit there. Pretty good spot for a campsite too. Heaps of deer sign around. Just going for a wander now, see if I can find some firewood. There's a fair bit of kindling here, so that'll work perfectly. Oh, I think we might have just hit the jackpot here. Perfect. Dead branches, just waiting to be burnt. Perfect. It'll keep us warm tonight. Now this stuff here is perfect for getting the fire going. You're going to grab it on the side that sees the sun the most. Generally be a bit dry, that'll be plenty. Chuck that in the old fire. Chuck some kindling on top. Oh well, we're off now for our afternoon adventure. It's going to be a goodie. Got our fire to come back to. Hopefully we're cooking steak and heart for dinner. The tahr is starting to work their way down now. We've got a couple of hours of light left. There's another bull just coming across this scree here. He's at 1200 yards. And the bull that's coming down here is at about 700 yards and closing in. He looks like a younger bull, the one up here. But this one over here looks like it could be a bit more mature. So we'll just sit down, pull the spotting scope out, work out what's around us. Right, we've just spotted a good bull up here. And I reckon he's most definitely 13, maybe 13 and a half. He's looking pretty good. He's just up in here. He's at 540 yards now, which is within range, and he's actually coming closer. So we might just let him come a little bit closer and we'll get set up, get ready to put a shot away. Just sneaking up to a shooting location now. When you pull it, make sure it's on it before and after, so do it again. And just make sure that you've got it on that bull before and after the shot. So after it goes off, because you want to pull it so slowly that you don't even know when it's going to shoot. That's good. So you didn't flinch at all. So you didn't know when that was going to go off.
Huh?
Sounded like a hit. Good effort, brother! Got it! Here he comes down the scree. Nice shot, bro. Pretty wrapped with that. It's all paid off. We got still 27 k's back to the truck though, so she's going to be a big mission out of here, man. Dropped him too. Looking forward to checking out that shot, eh?
Yeah, tar back stacks, I reckon.
Good stuff, man. Epic view in here too. Heart of the mountains. So we shot this tar at 500 yards from here, all the way up the scree up there, and here he comes here. He's going to roll all the way to the bottom, 500 yards. Let's hope his horns are still intact, eh? I don't think I've seen a tar recovery ever work out this well and easy. All we have to do is walk about 40 metres across the flat, and he's going to be right there. Hopefully his horns are intact. What a shot, bro. Drilled him.
Oh, there we go, right
I think he's going to go 13. I reckon he'll go 13.
Yeah, he does.
What do you reckon? Pretty happy with that?
Yeah, man.
What an epic
Solid
bull.
fella.
He's a big fella. He's not rutting too hard though, eh? He's still got a nice mane on him. It's quite weird. Bit of a late starter.
Darker, man.
Yeah, and he's not real pizzle stained up yet either.
Yeah. How old do you reckon he'll be?
Oh, he's 7, just under 7. Coming up 7 years old. Worth it, bro. Let's get the measurer on him, eh?
Cheers.
We'll get the measurer on him.
Yeah.
Alrighty, the moment of truth now. That's 11. 13 and a quarter. Good shit, bro. 13 and a quarter. Good man. Bro, man, you got to be wrapped with that. That is one epic bull. Shit, it's another bull. Just as we were about to cape this one, we're getting some photos. We've had to ditch him. There's another bull just coming right now. He's about 200 yards away, probably 180. Get the camera on him anyway. He's just there. I'm just going to sneak into this bull, see how close I can get. Be perfect if I have my bow with me right now. I think he's smelled me already. He just whistled, so I'd say it's all over, but I'll keep on sneaking in. He's about 40 metres away now. Shit. See me now. Worth a try. He looked at me for quite a while. That was a bit of fun chasing that bull tahr around. Got within 40 metres of him. So we're going to head cape this boy out now and get back to camp, but definitely don't go anywhere yet because we've still got 27 kilometres in front of us. There's red stags, tahr and chamois, so who knows what's going to pop up next. Right, we'll get this sorted, get some back stakes off him, take some offal out and have a fry up once we get back to camp, eh? Sound good?
Keep us some kidneys.
Chopper coming through here. Dropping some hunters at the head of this valley. Oh well, that's been a pretty successful evening anyway. We're going to cook this tahr up on a scree. We've got some seasoning there and some oil, so get that going over the fire. And then tomorrow is going to be an epic day too, because where we're heading through is really good for red stags. So it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow too. Robbie, come look over here. Don't if you got a fear of heights though. Rightio, so we've just got back to camp now. She's pretty dark. So the first thing we're going to do is put our firearm away and make sure it's safe. And the second thing that we're going to do now is go over and get this fire going so we can get some dinner on. And then we're going to go down to the creek, have a bit of a wash while we're still hot and warm, get dried off, get some dry clothes on, and warm up around the campfire with a hot brew and cook up some bull tahr heart and back steaks. Whew, that's the swim done and dusted, and I can confirm it is freezing. Time to get back up by that campfire now. On the search now for a very special piece of scree. Well, what have we got here? Now that right there is exactly what we're looking for. Perfect. Let's go get it on the fire. Alright, so here goes our bull tahr heart. Decent steaks there. Generally I just chuck this bottom bit away. It's pretty gross, that bit. But the rest of it is delicious.
What are you doing there, Johnny?
Cutting up some back steak, I reckon, for dinner. How's that sound? Without blunting my knife and leaving the sinew on there.
Sounds good.
And a little bit of back steak on there too.
What do you think of that meat?
Oh, you got to cut it pretty thin. You don't want it too thick. She gets a bit chewy, especially fresh like this that hasn't been hung. Put a little bit of oil on there. Steaks on. Pretty little steaks, but oh shit. Bit of garlic and herbs. Hide the tahr flavour a little bit. Do you reckon that's enough?
It's very generous.
What do you reckon, Robbie?
It looks actually very appetizing.
Can you beat it?
No, you can't do that in the mountains. I wonder what it tastes like back at home though.
Yeah, tastes good in here and average as back at home, I'd say. Everything tastes better in the mountains. Well, we've got the heart on there now. So what do you reckon about that back steak, Robbie?
That was actually good.
Right, Robbie, you've got to grab a bit of that.
What's this? The heart, is it?
Grab it and just have a big bite of it. Alright, so Robbie's about to try the tahr heart now. It's honestly just like a tender steak, eh? A little bit more flavour, but...
It's insane how tender it is.
You eat it again?
Mm-hmm.
So that brings our third day to an end, but we're straight back up into it the next morning for our second to last day. Still got 27 kilometres in front of us to try and bag ourselves a venison, another bull or a chamois. Morning guys, it's the morning of day 4 now. So the main focus for today is going to be red deer or red stag. So it's the golden hour in about 15 minutes. So check out what it looks like out here this morning. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're just heading out for our morning hunt now. All geared up. Got the spotting scope. With me just heading across this the flat up here. Gonna glass right over down into these basins. There's a good chance we're gonna see a deer in here. There's quite a good game trail through here. Everything's all frozen, so don't have to worry about getting wet socks. The sun doesn't rise here till about midday, so get over here and keep our eyes peeled. The wind definitely isn't in our favour this morning, so I'm going to pop up to this ridge up here, and then I can look right up there and right down into here as well. Fingers crossed we should see something. Alright, so we've just been up the top for about an hour now, glassing all that's around us, right down the valley, right up the valley. The wind definitely isn't in our favour for downstream, but that's exactly where we're heading today too anyway. Hopefully it swings around as the day warms up. So it's back to camp for us now. Go get some brekkie in and re-energise, get a hot drink in and pack up and head down. Packs are going to be pretty heavy today, Robbie. Nothing we won't be able to handle though. One thing that I forgot to mention was on the first night when we stayed in the hut, there was another hunter there called Hanu, and he's a gun enthusiast and engineer, and he's been an engineer for his whole life, I think, and he's engineered his own gun. It's called Drakenberg, and he showed us it, and it's pretty impressive, some of the features he's got on it. Like, one of the features that stuck out to me was his bolt. You can change the end of it so your bolt works for any caliber, which is pretty impressive. So you don't need a different bolt for any caliber, you just need a different head on it, and it's pretty sturdy and easily detachable. Well, breakfast time now. Ate one of my breakfasts for pudding last night, so I've got a basil pesto for breakfast this morning. Definitely rate these Radix meals. They're definitely not sponsored by them either, but shit, they go good. We've had good energy the whole way through, no problems at all. So gonna peel out this breakfast and then pack up camp and head up over the mountain or down the river to our next camp spot, where there's going to be a lot more green grass and a lot more deer hopefully too, so should be a good day. Alright guys, and today's tip of the trip, how to get a fire going. Fly the drone directly over the fire and it will huss. Camp's all packed up now, just heading off. We're heading into some pretty awesome country tonight. Geez, we're glad we brought our crampons and ice axe anyway. We'd be pretty buggered without them, eh, Robbie? No, we were meant to head up over a high saddle, and the rain and northwest wind has just melted all of the snow in here. 5 days ago, this here would have all had snow in it. So you never know what to expect. You got to hope for the best and expect the worst. As you can see, there's quite a trail going through here as well. This here was all old merino country as well, where they used to farm sheep through here, so that could have had a big influence on it. Would have all been mustered by horseback. There's actually some deer traps up here too, and horse paddocks as well, so it's got a bit of history, this old country. Oh well, we just had a good glass around here, got the spotting scope out. Bit windy, so it's not the best conditions for using the spotting scope, but had a really good look around all of these valleys. Spotted one bull tahr right up there, but not on the menu today.
Oh, fudge. Are you a fudge packer? You didn't answer me. Are you a fudge packer?
No.
Yes, you are.
Go. Coming from the one in tights with white Crocs. Alright, so we've just come a fair way downstream now. The plan was to keep going and camp further down the river, but it's pretty windy and our wind's blowing directly straight down the river where we're planning on hunting. So we're going to spend a night here, not sent up that valley, and hopefully in the morning we can get up first thing. The wind will be in our favour. We'll head down there. Just having a pretty cruisy afternoon at the hut at the moment, picking up a few bull tahr. They're a fair wee way away, they're about 3.5 k's away. I've spotted 5 bulls up there. Not many nannies with them either, which is quite interesting. It's obviously had a good cull up in here recently, but they've left all the bulls behind, so the bulls are a bit confused trying to find some nannies, but I'll chuck them on the camera and you can have a look anyway. Pretty blurry because it's so far away. Oh well, that's a wrap for day 4. Tomorrow morning we're just going to head down the river, try to get a meat animal as well. It'll be good to get some steak and burgers in the freezer, a red hind. Also, if we see a red stag, Robbie will take it as well. So fair bit of a mission out tomorrow, 14 kilometres, so we've got plenty of country to cover. It's dockland the whole way, and there is a lot of deer in here too, so should be a good day tomorrow as well. This saw was a nightmare. We spent about an hour, just cut one bit of wood off it last night. So I've left a wee note there for someone. Right, so it's the morning of day 5 now. Pretty much just packed up the hut as quickly as possible and just heading straight down this river here where there's some grassy faces. I'm going to try and bag ourselves a bit of venison to take out. Be good to fill the freezer up with a bit of steak and get some more burgers made. So we'll just keep on creeping along here, grassing both sides, looking for a deer on our way out. Right, so we're just stalking our way along this river flat, checking out all of these faces up the side, making sure we're not missing anything. The wind's not exactly in our favour, but it's not too strong, so there's a chance that we might get lucky. They've actually just brought out a new law on public land in New Zealand that you're allowed to use handheld thermals as well, which would be perfect for this scrubby country in the morning, but unfortunately I don't have a thermal, so maybe one day. But yeah, we'll carry on looking anyway. I quite enjoy looking through the binos and spotting scope and working out the animals' habits and what they're doing, what time, when they're doing it. Whereas with the thermal it might take that away from a little bit because I'll just be able to spot them straight away. Robbie's got something there. Nanny or a young bull will be pretty safe from us. Normally if there was lots of nannies we'd pop a couple of nannies, but each bull up here only has sort of 2 nannies with them, which is pretty unusual. Often when I'm going tahr hunting I'll see a bull with 10 to 12 nannies with them. So Doc's obviously done a really good job on getting on top of the numbers in here and keeping them within that 1 animal per square kilometre. So carry on down here, see if we can spot any deer. Hey, bull and a nanny. Young bull or older? Oh yeah, I see him on the screen. Yeah. Interesting. Right, so we've just spotted a couple of bulls up the hill. One's probably 5+ years, one's maybe 3 or 4, and that younger one is looking like he's going to be a thumper when he grows up. The older one's probably only 11 inches at the moment. He doesn't really look like there's anything too special, so they're pretty safe from us. They're 650 yards at the moment, just up the mountain up there. Another young tahr, just up there at 290 yards, safe from us today. Damn, I put my trekking poles down somewhere. Everyone's done it surely. Little buggers, I wasn't using them because they're making too much noise when we're trying to stalk. Come here. Just spotted a couple more young bulls up in the bluff, just up there. They're actually only at about 550 yards at the moment. Both of them probably about 10 inches. Big bodies, but just not big horns. Cool to see them around though. There's definitely a few more tahr down in this lower country, which is quite surprising. Just spotted another tahr, young tahr. It was just on that little hill just there. So it's pretty much down in the riverbed. Cheeky little fella. There's definitely a few around in here anyway. It's pretty cool. One of mine and Ari's old campsites from 4 years ago, I think. It was a really windy night, so we put the tent here, built a little bit of a wall up here to stop wind getting up and under the tent. Also, if you do know this area and know exactly where I am, do not try and go down that creek there. You'll get bluffed out and you'll end up swimming, so you got to go up this hill here. Quick bit of energy before we get to the top. Another campsite here. Good spot for it. Oh well, that brings another epic adventure to an end. Cheers heaps for watching, guys. We didn't manage to find that elusive deer this morning, but we saw a heap of tahr, which was good. We've got about 2 hours mission to the car park now where we're getting picked up, so stay safe out there, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.